Alright, so the next thing we need to do is figure out how to make steel. Iron ore crushed, where's steel? Steel. We make it from iron ingots and carbon, or from steel scrap, fine. Alright, iron ingots and carbon, and we have to use electric furnaces. Ooh, that actually makes, well, a little bit of sense. So, first thing we need to do is make electric furnaces. Here we are. A logic controller, large iron chassis, reinforced iron plate. First thing I want to do is see if I can sneak it in back here where I was building some of this other stuff. Because that's a lot of similar stuff. Not here, but maybe where I was making assemblers. That seems like a place that might have some of those things. Back here. I kind of already budged on one thing. Maybe we can budge on a second thing. Third thing. We have large, let's see now. We have the large iron chassis. We have the logic controllers. We don't have reinforced iron plates or copper cables, but we could bring those in. And then they'll continue using this as kind of a mini mall thing. But it's tempting. It's tempting. Here's iron chassis. That's too far a jump. We need that. Can I move that there? And that there. That's gonna do that. If I do that, it'll work. Yeah. We can make this work. Like that, and like that. And then we still need reinforced plates and copper cables, which we can bring in here somewhere. Perhaps we need to join them. So perhaps we'll do one here and one here. Nope, we can't do that. And one here. And then jump this. Like so. Ugly, but functional. Let's grab some more research. All of this sounds very exciting. We don't really have anything that's a major improvement over other stuff. Explosives. Stronger explosives are good for when we have some grenades. Or washing. I have a feeling this is going to be important. Let's grab that. Logistic warehouse as well. We need logistics before we really do that. And I'm not sure how much we're going to use the warehouses considering we have these mass storage. Robo towers. Oh, this is robots. Logistic. Oh, and all that. We want robots. We want logistic robots and roboports. Yeah. Do we ever get regular roboports? We do, industrial robots, and that comes later. We need a bunch of stuff before that, but I don't know what it offers us that this thing, the robot tower doesn't. 50-50, 110 by 110, what is this? Oh, this is a much smaller roboport, but still, it's a roboport. I mean, we'll need the advanced motors and the red chips and gold, but yeah, we can, let's work towards that. Explosives. weapons. These are good things to do. More flammables. Sure. Modules. Let's just queue up some stuff and let it run. Alright, so we need reinforced plates and copper cable on these two lines. Reinforced plates are right there. And copper cable is right there. But it's gonna be annoyingly in the way here. And this is getting really crowded space here. Really crowded. Oh, I think it's gonna be okay. Yeah, it'll be fine. There's just enough space. Just enough space. Take advantage of this opportunity to shove some stuff in here. You know what? We don't need that many assemblers on us. There we go. It's firing. It needs a lot of copper cable. But, that's okay. We don't need thousands of these. Let's set up, while it's doing that, let's set up a factory. New sub-factory. This is going to be steel ingots. Steel is right here. And steel is still... Let's switch over to 1 second. Steel is still right here. And we want 15 of these per second. Let's do a belt. This is using the regular process. So, what we need is a belt of iron ingots and some carbon and 12 machines. Okay. Well, let's take a look. We are making iron over here, and we have some spare belt capacity there. But we would need another whole iron array. Crafting speed 1.5. What's the crafting speed on this electric furnace? Oh, 2. They actually are faster than these guys. That's interesting. So let's go back to our factory, and let's say we're producing iron ingots from crushed iron ore. We could use the more advanced crushed iron ore recipe. And let's say we're using the electric furnaces. We would need 24 of those. And we would need 20 crushers. And that would use less than a belt of... less than a full belt of iron, which would be nice to conserve iron. But it is a fairly complicated process. So we need 36 of these guys and 20 of those. I have enough crushers on me. How are we doing here? Well, we've got our 12. Let's do this. Let's do that. Right, let's take what we've got and go down, or we can work it right here. You know what? I kind of like that. Do I have tons of electric mining drills. Let's do that. We'll set up a separate facility for doing steel. We're not gonna tie into that. I think that's gonna work a lot better. We have all this nice iron. My plan had been to eventually put it on the trains here, but we don't. I mean, we can still do that too. Honestly, this train station is going to need to be rebuilt because we can be using it for all three of these, and that's not enough space, not without running over the ore. Let's bring up this. To make that much iron ore with electric drills, we only need 10 drills. So let's do that for the moment. And we're going to start it over on this side, because if we could use up that iron, then we don't have to move the station. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. That's 10. Let's do 12. Except we can't do it like that because we need to. Well, no, we could do it like that. Which means we need that. Oh, that needs to go here. Here. And that's good. And here and here. And then there. And then a big power pole. And bring it in from over there somewhere. There we are. We also have coal right here for carbon production if we choose to do that. And that should be enough. In fact, that's going to be a full belt, which we don't need yet, but that's okay. Let's come north of the station by a good bit. In fact, let's see. If we were to use this station like this and put it north of, let's turn off roboports, and put it entirely north of our patch, then I don't want to start any further down than that. So this is going to mark our lowest point. Let's get rid of that. Okay, first thing we need to do with this is crush it, and that requires 20 electric ore crushers. So let's do it like this. Did I did have 20. Oh, that's a scrapper, not a crusher. We'll do it inside out, that's fine. And that. So that's 4, 8, and then that'll make it 10. Is it 10? 20. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Oops. And this can come down here. I need to set the recipe, don't I? This does require a recipe to be set. Crushed iron, please. Get rid of that. I mean, probably better if you're doing it this way, but we could do it the other way. Alright, next we need to take that crushed iron ore and make it into iron, which requires 24 electric furnaces. So, what's the timing on that? That's tin ore. Crushed iron ore smelting. It's intent to take 38.4 and outputs 12 ingots. 12 ingots in 38.4 seconds. So we could use long inserters easily. Or do we want to use exactly the same setup? I think we're going to use the same setup. So, how big are the electric furnaces? Are they the same size? They're the same size, roughly. And to just put them there, we're going to have to use one more power pole. And these are all going to smelt crushed iron ore smelting. Lovely. So for these we need 24. 4. Like that. 4. 8. Well. 12. There we go. Okay, that's our iron. And that made a lot of clanging noise, but you know, they love you. furnaces, obviously, but that's okay. What's directly to the north of us? Is this something we're going to want to expand? No. Now, to make the last step, we need to do both iron ingots and carbon. So that's a full belt of iron ingots, plus a little bit of carbon. That's a little on the slow side. And we're out of furnaces. Let's go grab some more furnaces. Actually, while we're here, we might as well... Oh. Catch up, robot, fix this. Oh. You're missing an inserter. We can grab some more inserters while we're here. Let's see if our furnaces are done. Nope, that's too far. Too far. Okay, we're back here. Somewhere right here. Ah, excellent. So, I'm just putting this down to look at it. If we are making steel, then yeah, we need carbon and iron ingots. Problem is we need the full belt of iron, but we can split that. Yeah, I think we're going to need to use basically a traditional smelting setup. Yeah. We're gonna do this. This will come in from somewhere over here. We'll have our output here. And it can be here. This is steel. Shift over one. We did. Let's not shift over. And power pole there and there. Make sure the recipe is applied, and that's our tileable blueprint 12. We need